Hey guys, it's Steph and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a very highly requested testing video, which is CYO. It's not a new brand. I think it's been around in the US for a while, but it is very new to the UK. I think you can get it on ASOS, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know for a fact that you can get it in Boots. In fact, I believe 17 Stands, which is like Boots' own makeup, I believe that's actually going. I think it's being discontinued, and in their place is going to be CYO, which is so annoying because, side note, I did actually just pick up a full face of 17 makeup, so let me know if you do still want that testing video. Obviously, like I said, it is going to be discontinued, but not for a few months, so let me know in the comments if you still want me to do that. But of course, today's video is all about CYO, so let's get it on my face. So first of all, what is this? We have the long-lasting foundation, and then we also have the illuminating mixing cream. I think the general idea behind a lot of their products is that they are kind of multitasking. So this can be used as a primer, a mix, or use on top as like a strobing cream, I guess. So I think I'm going to take the strobing liquid and just pop some of that on my face to use as a primer. Let's just rub that in. It's kind of like a super natural glow. Although my forehead is looking bronze AF right now. I think I put too much on my forehead. Now I've got like, now I kind of look like a Tin Man. Looks quite nice on camera, but close up I can see that it has got little bits of like shimmer running through it, which isn't too much of a big deal if I'm obviously going to put foundation over the top, but just something to note. And then I'm going to take the long-lasting foundation. Wait, what was this called? The long-lasting life-proof foundation. I have mine in the shade, I think I got it in like 109 or something. Yeah, 109. Looks okay. Is it just me or does this look green? Like, I'm very much like a yellow, orangey kind of skin sort of girl. That's what fake tan does for you, but this looks kind of green. Oh my god. Okay, it blends out better. In like thick quantities, this literally looks kind of green on my face, but blends out okay. Thank God. I can deal with being a yellow face, but green's not my thing. It's not my colour. That actually looks, in comparison to the rest of my body, like a pretty good match. I was a little bit worried to start off with because obviously it did look kind of green. Didn't really want to go around looking like the Grinch. But once it's blended out, it actually looks really nice. I'd say it's probably more of like a medium coverage. For like the regular person, I'd say it's probably like a full coverage, but you know me, I'm a cake face. I roll with things like Milani 2-in-1, Huda Beauty foundation, so this is definitely more of like a medium coverage for me. I mean, it's covered up a lot of my imperfections. I do have a spot right here and it's kind of covered up the majority of that. Yeah, I'm actually liking that a lot. I think it's probably more of like a satin finish foundation, but obviously because we have got the little mixing cream on there, it's just kind of giving it a little bit of glow. So next I'll move on to concealer. This is the high coverage concealer in the shade Fair. One thing I did notice is that their colors are like fair, medium, and then deep or something. They don't actually have a light. I think light is generally considered their fair. Let's just see how this looks. Okay, it's quite a thick consistency. It pops on the back of my hand. It does feel really thick, and it looks quite yellowy in the palm, but on the skin it looks quite fair. Yeah, that is very fair actually, which confuses me even more why they don't have a light shade, because if they did, I'd definitely be the light shade. And then I'm just going to blend it out with the same brush that I used before. This is just an Iconic London brush. They don't have names, but it's one that comes in a kit. I'll try and leave a link to it down below, but Zoeva also do a similar one. God, this is really fair. Which is fine because it's obviously, it says it's a fair concealer, but this is the closest colour for me, and it is super pale. It doesn't really seem to have covered up my dark circles too much. Considering it's supposed to be like a high coverage concealer, it hasn't done anything really. And on the lids, yeah, same kind of thing. It's not bad, it's not overly noticeable, it's not like flaky or anything, but considering it's going to be like a high coverage concealer and it's in like a little pan like that, I was expecting it to be a lot more creamy. Yeah, not loving that. So next up I have, what is this? This is the Cooling Bronzing Stick in medium dark. Looks like, ooh, is it kind of like shimmery? I thought this was going to be like a contouring stick. Okay, no, this is shimmery. Oh god. I guess I'll add like a little bit here maybe. Not quite on my cheekbones because it would be a little bit too dark for me as a highlighter, but Hey, that's not really doing much. It's just, damn it, I was expecting this to warm me up a bit. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't look bad at all. I can't really say anything bad about it, but I can't really say anything good about it either. I'd say it's maybe warmed me up a little bit, which is great. Thank you very much. But it's not really done anything major. I don't understand. So then, because I know some of these products are cream, I think I'm gonna go in with the CYO Contour Highlight and Blush Palette like this. Packaging is really nice, I've got to give them that. It's quite like simple. So those pans are bloody massive, and what we have is 2 cream products. So we've got like a highlighting cream or something. I think this is just like, is this shimmery? Oh, just kind of like glossy almost. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got like a slight gloss to it. And then we also have the blush. So I'm just going to take this number 4 brush from BH. And I'm going to pop some of that just on my cheeks. Again, I'm not going to worry too much about blending it out just yet. Oh my god. That is very bright. Ah. Why am I adding more? Block that down with my brush. Thank god this blends out nicely. All I can notice is these bloody dark circles under my eyes. So I think that's everything for cream products. Knowing me, I've probably forgotten something, but I'm pretty sure that's everything for cream. So next, I'm gonna set all of that in place using the fixing powder all set. This one is just in clear. So it just looks like that. Doesn't look clear, but we'll see how it blends out. Okay, that has just fully blurred out the pores on the back of my hand. Okay, now I'm excited to use this. And then I'm gonna take my Zoeva highlight brush, looks like this. And I'll just use that to set my under eyes first. Okay. Again, it looks a little bit drying under my eyes, but I think that's down to the concealer. We'll have to see how it looks on the rest of my face. And then I'll just take a larger fluffy brush. Again, this one's just from Iconic. And just pat that over the rest of my skin. Yeah, looks pretty good on the rest of my face, so I think it's just the concealer making it look dry under my eyes. I like that even though I've put foundation and concealer and powder over the top, you can still see that like strobing liquid underneath. You still do have like a bit of a sheen. You know, that powder's quite nice. A little bit more matte than I'd normally go for personally. I do like a slightly more satin finish powder, but if you have oily skin or whatever, then you might like that. So then I'll go back in with that contour kit and take this contouring shade here, which is a powder, and we'll just add a little bit of something to these cheeks. That's nice. I can tell instantly that I'm gonna like this. This again is one of those contouring powders that you couldn't get away with using as a bronzer, like the Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer. I can use that as like a contour and a bronzer, but this is definitely like just a contouring powder. If you threw this all over your face, you would just look grey. My wisdom teeth are impacted and they've just finished coming through on the bottom part of my mouth, and now they're coming through on the top, and it's just like, it's killing me. Yeah, I really like that contouring powder. I kind of wish that this was more of like, you know, like the sleek kits where it's all powder and you have a powder blush and then like a shimmery highlight. Kind of wish this was like that. But the contour is really, really nice. So next we're gonna do a little bit of bronzing. This is the When the Sun Don't Shine bronzing powder in dark. So I'm gonna take my F42 brush from Blank Canvas. That actually kind of works as like a bronzer blush because again, it is so warm toned that I just kind of lift the skin a bit. I normally tend to go for something that's a little bit more neutral. This is just a little bit more warm than I'd normally go for, but in one of my last videos I had a warmer bronzer on. You guys really seem to like it, so let me know what you think. So next up is a highlighter. This is the Bronzing and Highlighting palette in the Clouds shade. So it just looks like a shimmer brick like this. Let's like swatch it all together. Quite pinky. I did pick the more pinky one. This is the only one they had left on Boots' website. They normally have a more golden one, but ooh. Ooh, that looks sheeny. Okay, so, okay. It's got quite a bit of fallout if I'm just like swirling my brush in there. A lot is coming out at the bottom of the pan. Let's see how this looks. Nice. Gonna go in with a little bit more of the lighter one. There she is. It's a lot more pinky than I normally go for, but I can appreciate that is a banging highlight. And I'm mixing them together and that looks really nice. I feel like I would love the golden one. I might have to get my hands on it because I really, really like the formula of this. It's just not like my perfect colour. Yeah, that's pretty. I think if I had the golden one, I would be in love. But if you like pink highlights, then this is really bloody nice. Next, I think I might actually go in with brows. So this is the Brow Sculpting Pencil Frame of Mind in the shade Dark. Need to open this bad boy up, so give me a minute. So this just seems to have a spoolie on one side, and then on the other, mine's got like bubbles on it. Let me just show you guys. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got like kind of bobbly bits on it. It's not like mold, but it's just, I don't know what this is. Okay, that seems kind of like black to me. Let's try it anyway. So you guys know I don't normally use pencils like this. I normally use like skinnier ones, but we'll give it a go. Oh, it's very dry, but in like a good way. That actually works quite well with the colour of my brows. Seems to blend out nicely. It doesn't blend out too much, again, which is good. Yeah, on first impressions, I was not expecting to like this because it just looked way too dark. But I'm actually really into this. Let's see how it works under the lip. Yeah, this is a winner for me. If it works on my brows, if it works on my lower lip, then it's a good one. Alright, so next we're going to move on to our eyeballs. So this is the Rainbow Warrior eyeshadow palette. Okay, so that is what that looks like. And I actually, in all honesty, cannot remember picking this up. So on the back, it's got like a little step-by-step thing. It says prime, choose how many shades you want, apply and blend, highlight if you want to. You're talking to me here, of course we bloody want to. So that's how the palette looks. As you might be able to see, there's like a little bit of a film on these 4 shades here. That's because they are all creams. I think I'm going to stay away from the cream shadows today just because I don't generally like cream shadows anyway, but we do have 8 other shades here. 5 appear to be matte. One of them has like a tiny little bit of shimmer in it, but it doesn't really look like it's anything that will show up. And then the other 3 are just full-on shimmers. Now, I don't really seem to have too many transition shades here. Have this one here. Let's see. It's super cool toned. Doesn't really seem to swatch like anything either, but let's give it a go. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush from BH and pop that in my crease. That works quite a nice transition shade, but only really because it's not really showing up too much. I was expecting that to be fairly dark. I mean, it's blending out nicely. It doesn't like skip or anything, but it's maybe not as pigmented as I hoped it would be. I mean, normally if I went in with 4 different layers of the same eyeshadow, it would be super, super intense, but this is just kind of like a little wash. What shall I try next? So then I think I'm going to go in with this shade here. I honestly cannot remember picking up this palette at all. Like, these are not colours that I would normally go for. And we'll see how that works. That's a bit more pigmented, but again, not as intense as I was hoping it to be. Yeah, these shadows are super sheer. It's all just kind of blended into one colour really. It just looks a bit grey almost. It definitely doesn't look purple. Maybe I'll try this like shimmer shade here. Okay, the shimmers look a bit more pigmented. Maybe I'll try a little bit of that. Pop that maybe on the centre of my lid. Bring it in a little bit. But again, they're all kind of like blending into the same colour. Like, you wouldn't think I have a matte purple eyeshadow and then a shimmery kind of khaki shadow on my eye. They all just kind of look like taupe almost. Let's try this like burgundy colour. Again, that just looks like a kind of grey. They all just look like grey. It's blending out fine and it doesn't look bad on my eyes or anything, but I've put 5, 6 different colours on my eye and they all kind of look the same. What has happened on my eyelids? Man, this sucks, and I have another video to film in a minute. But you know what? It's fine. That's the fun of doing these videos. So next, we're gonna add some mascara. This is the Curl Mascara in black. I think I got one with a plastic wand. Yeah, I did, and I got one with like a weird wand as well. What the hell is... What is going on? Like, what is happening on the end of this mascara wand? It's all like congealed onto the wand. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just try this out anyway. That's better. Thank God. So I'm just using the shorter side. That's what I generally prefer. Because there's like a long side and a short side to the wand. It's taken a little while, but I feel like we're getting somewhere with this. It's not lengthened my lashes too much, but it has given them quite a nice curl. I don't know if you guys can see that there. It's nice enough. I'm not wowed by it by any means, but it is nice. If you're new here and you haven't really watched any of my videos before, then first of all, hello, how you doing? Generally my lashes are pretty long. They kind of do whatever I tell them to do, like they're fairly long, they're fairly curled, they're fairly thick, they're fairly black. So a lot of mascaras do tend to work on me, which is why I am so critical about mascaras. Because I can wear like a really cheap one and it still makes my lashes look quite good because I'm quite lucky in that department. So yeah, this is fine. It's not doing anything crazy to my lashes, it's not doing anything bad, but I'm not in love with it. Like, I'm probably not gonna reach for this over a lot of my other drugstore mascaras. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's done the job, it's kind of covered up the shitstorm that is my eyeshadow right now. So last but not least for lips, I actually have 2 different products. One, I think I'm just gonna try just for the fun of it. I don't think it's anything that's gonna really go with this look. Yeah, definitely don't think. Oh, that smells good though. Jesus Christ, what is that? Yeah, I think this is probably gonna look kind of horrendous, but we'll give it a go anyway. This is the Metallic Liquid Lipstick Mega Lasting Shine in the shade Plead the 5th. So we'll try it. Just kind of feels like, it's just like a metallic lip gloss really. Just realised that I left my dressing gown on. I put it on while I was doing my other eye because it's freezing in my office right now. Let's take that off. There we go. Look a bit more presentable there, Steph, she says while she's wearing cat ears. Oh, I actually completely forgot I got this. So I also have a lip liner. This one here is the Line 'em Up Triple Liner. Looks like this. Oh, that looks nice. That's like a nice kind of like deep berry nude almost. These seem very creamy. Ooh, these are nice. Then last but not least, I have this little guy. This is the ombre lipstick in the shade Partner in Crime. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it's got like, it's like half light, half dark. And I've seen other lipsticks like this, but they're normally, I know Benefit have some where it's like darker on the outside, so you can kind of line your lips and apply lipstick at the same time. But this is just like, this is diagonal, which is confusing me a bit. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's one of those lipsticks that like, as you press it on your lips, it goes down. I'm just gonna tap that in, just to like mattify it a bit. I think it's just the eyes that are throwing me off, because if I look at it like that, then I think the lips look okay. I think it's literally just the eyeshadow that's like completely throwing off the whole look. I think when it's slightly blotted down, then I do quite like it. Yeah, I think it's literally just the eyeshadow throwing me off right now. So you guys, this is the finished look, and I think it's safe to say that we found a few winners today. For example, the foundation I really did like. Highlighter's nice, powder's nice, really like the brow pencil. And then as for the losers of today's video, I mean, we all knew this was coming. Don't bother. Every single shadow that I used in this palette in particular, obviously I don't know what the other ones are like, but this palette in particular, all the colours look the same. They're not very pigmented, they all kind of merge into one. And then as for the so-called high coverage concealer, there was barely any coverage with this, and even though it looks like a fairly decent shade for me in the pan, it comes out super pale, and they really don't have many shades for their concealers at all. Definitely other products in the drugstore that you could spend your money on that are either the same price or even cheaper that are way better than this, so would not bother wasting your money on that. So yeah, overall there were a few hits, there are a few misses, and there are also a few products that were kind of like nothing to me. I wouldn't necessarily recommend them. I wouldn't say they're overly bad. So as always, let me know what you guys think of this makeup look in the comment section down below, and also let me know if there are any other products from CYO that you think I need to try out. Maybe I can chuck them in a first impressions or something. If you enjoyed this video, then of course please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more of me, because I upload all the damn time. But apart from that, that's it from me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.